Hello, everybody. Welcome back to I'm the Gaffer, Gavin Kyle here again. I wanted to bring about a topic with you guys that seems to be coming through as a theme on the podcast, definitely in the last 6 months. And it's about being healthy as an owner, but also the connection between being healthy as an owner and also having a healthy business. Seeing mental health, obviously issues coming up and getting a lot of feedback on one or two of the episodes. But in terms of a business owner and, how they operate as a business owner, there seems to be a direct link, and I'm not an expert, obviously, but there seems to be a direct link coming through that if you're in a healthy state of mind and if you've got a healthy body and you've got a healthy outlook, it generally transfers to the business itself in terms of the momentum of the business, how the business is operating on a day-to-day basis, and how other people come together and work with the leadership, knowing well that the leadership is in good health, is in good momentum. And so I wanted to bring this topic together just as a solo topic to discuss with you guys. I'd love to get your feedback in terms of how you guys feel. Maybe you're in a leadership position yourself and you feel that you've probably let yourself, go or not focus on your health, and that maybe that's creeping into the business and you're making maybe decisions that you probably wouldn't make, or decisions that are rushed or that are not considered enough. And is that something that's maybe, inherent in the business, or is it something that's coming outside of the business into the business? And maybe that could well be the fact that your own health is suffering, and maybe that you're just not taking time out for yourself. As you know, we spend countless hours working on our business strategies, marketing plans, and financial projections. How much time do we dedicate to the engine that powers it all, ourselves? Here's something powerful to consider. Your health habits don't just affect you, they set the cultural tone for your entire organization. When you're constantly stressed, your team feels it. When you never take vacation, your employees feel guilty taking theirs. When you email at midnight, you're signaling that boundaries don't matter. On the other side, when you model sustainable work habits, you give your team permission to do the same, and research shows that well-rested, healthy teams are more productive, more creative, and more likely to stick around. Your business can never be more healthier than you are. If you're running on fumes, your business will eventually reflect that depletion. I'm sure this topic resonates with you as you listen to it. So what does it mean to be a healthy owner? Okay, let's break it down into 4 interconnected pillars that I see anyway. First is physical health. This means adequate sleep, regular movement, nutrition that fuels rather than drains you, and preventative healthcare. Your physical energy is the foundation that everything else is built upon. Secondly, mental health. Entrepreneurship can be isolating and stressful. Having strategies to manage anxiety, practicing mindfulness, and working with coaches or therapists can be game-changing for your decision-making and your leadership style. Third, relational health. Humans are social creatures, and business owners need strong support systems. This includes meaningful connections outside of work, mentors who understand your journey, and possibly peer groups or fellow entrepreneurs. Number 4, pursuit of purpose. When your work connects to your deeper values and sense of purpose, it's energizing rather than depleting. Regular reflection on whether your business still aligns with your why is essential. Why am I doing this? Now, I know that you're thinking, Gavin, this all sounds great, but I barely have time to breathe, let alone focus on all these health issues. I get it. So let's talk about practical, high leverage strategies that don't require massive time investments. Strategy 1, schedule your health like you'd schedule an important client meeting. Block the time for exercise, meal prep, therapy sessions, or date nights, and treat these appointments as non-negotiable. Strategy 2, build health habits into your existing routine. Take walking meetings instead of sitting ones. Keep healthy snacks in your office. Use the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately to reduce mental load. Strategy 3, leverage the power of morning routines. The first hour of your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Even 15 minutes of movement, mindfulness, or meaningful reflection can center you before the demand starts pouring in. Strategy 4, audit your energy drains. Track your activities for a week and note which ones leave you feeling energized versus depleted. Then restructure your calendar to batch the draining tasks and protect your peak energy hours for strategy work. Strategy 5, embrace the power of delegation and automation. You don't need to do everything yourself. Identify tasks that someone else could do 80% as well as you and let them go. Use the freed up time to invest in your health. If you're still not convinced that your personal health should be a business priority, let's talk numbers. Studies consistently show that preventative health measures deliver a return on investment of 3 to 1 or better. Think about it this way. What's the cost to your business when you're operating at 60% capacity? What opportunities are you missing when you're too tired to recognize them? What's the financial impact of poor decisions made when you're exhausted or stressed? One entrepreneur I know calculated that a single stress-induced health crisis cost her business over $50,000 in lost opportunities and recovery time. Preventative health isn't just a personal luxury, it's smart business. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with this thought. Your business is not separate from you. It is an extension of your energy, your vision, and your capacity. When you invest in your well-being, you're making a direct investment in your company's most valuable asset. This week, let me challenge you to identify just one small change you can make to prioritize your health as a business strategy. Maybe it's finally scheduling that physical you've been putting off. Maybe it's committing to a daily walk that you haven't been doing. Or maybe it's setting a firm boundary around work hours. What it is, remember that sustainable success isn't about grinding yourself down. It's about building yourself up so that you can lead with energy, clarity, and purpose for the long haul. I understand that a lot of people on the podcast are individuals that are probably working on their own, that don't have the capacity to maybe, outsource a lot of the work and they have to do it themselves. And maybe that's something that you're going to have to sit down and consider. Am I doing low value tasks for, my high value importance? And, do I need to maybe outsource some of this administration to take the burden off me, because it's not my forte and it's not something that I'm really good at. And it's something that comes up in the show quite a good bit, is that people get stuck in the weeds, caught up with doing stuff that isn't high value in terms of, bringing the business forward and obviously bringing yourself forward. So, what I would like you to do is just press the reset button and maybe don't think about it too much in terms of a bulk load of stuff that you need to do. Just set one thing aside. Maybe it's not touching the phone until 10 o'clock in the morning, not taking any meetings until a certain time in the morning. That gives you that headspace and capacity to reflect, to do some, personal time on your own. And that's what we're talking about here is, how do you introduce personal time into your capacity so that it frees up your mind? And it's like as if there's a lot of files that are cluttering in your brain. And when you take that time, that those files get set aside, so there's clarity coming across in terms of what you need to do, what is the priority, what are the missions of the company in terms of where are we going, where did we say we were going from the start, and have we veered off course? And, that time will give you some space to actually, number one, take care of yourself and take your mind away from any sort of distractions, first of all. But when you do come back to the business, my experience personally is that you'll become a lot more focused, a lot more sharper in the business. If you found value in today's discussion, I'd love if you'd share this episode with a fellow entrepreneur who might need this reminder. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode of I'm the Gaffer. Until next time, remember, invest in yourself with the same dedication you invest in your business, your future self, and your bottom line. Hello, Gaffers. Hope you're enjoying the podcast. We love every one of the guests that we have, but in order to bring on more great guests,
we'd love to build a channel with you. So hit the subscribe, hit the like button, and let's create a really great community where we bring in better and better guests for you to deliver great content and great pieces of information that you can take back into your business.